My viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Of course, the training camp for the Steelers started today. Yesterday the players got there, but today they went out there, they was practicing. I was watching the live stream of the training camp as it goes on and stuff. And I also seen this is off topic a little bit, but it's part of the intro. That one movie, The Trap. I want to see that movie when it comes out. I seen the Lone Legs movie. It was all right. They try to label it as the scariest horror movie, ever. But I don't know about that. I kind of gave like a 6.8 out of 10. It's pretty solid movie, pretty good movie. I'm waiting for that Trap movie. It looked pretty interesting, and also Smile as well. But I'm glad that our offense doesn't look like a horror show anymore, because our offense looked pretty good out there. We got Arthur Smith coming in this year. We expecting big things from him. Remember, he was the offensive coordinator with the Titans. The Titans, Derrick Henry had 2,000 yards one year. They was the #1 seed before. They got to the AFC Championship game before as well. They did very good things for their offense. Ryan Tannehill and all those guys. But Pat Freiermuth was a big focal point in today's game, because we've seen Pat Freiermuth get lined up all type of spots. We've seen him line up. They had him inside, they had him lined up wide, they had him lined up on the line, they had him everywhere around. They kind of made an emphasis on making Pat Freiermuth be utilized target. Remember last year his production kind of dropped because of the injuries that happened, but they know the talent he has. Because we've seen years, the previous year before last, we had 700 plus receiving yards, went out there and played some good football. So this year I think Pat Freiermuth being on the contract year as well, and also the team and utilizing him more is going to actually bring some more production for him. And we're going to see this nice utilization of Pat Freiermuth. And as you see for all our tight ends, really, Darnell Washington, another guy too as well. They were talking about him as well. He was a guy who got utilized a lot last year in training camp, and even this early parts of the OTAs before we started training camp, he was utilized a lot. They were using him in the little drills. They was throwing the ball to him like that, a lot of those jump balls in the red zone and stuff. But when the season came, they didn't really use Darnell Washington a lot. I think he had 5 or 6 catches, and most of them was for first downs as well. But I feel like this year the Steelers got to make an emphasis on that as well, to use Darnell Washington. So we've seen a lot of people have been raving about him, talking about him as well, saying that he has strong hands, but hands are still good enough to go out there and catch the football. Very good blocker as well. We've seen it last year. He called himself the 6'0" lineman. He go out there, he was blocking well, getting down the field. 6'8" target, 270 pounds. Just give him the ball in his hands, especially in the red zone. You give him the ball, he might fall over and get some extra yards. I remember Gronkowski just to get the ball and just tumble down the field like that. They throw the screen pass to Rob Gronkowski, a tight end screen. They put him out wide, throw the ball to him, get the ball in his hand, and Gronkowski would just tumble down there. He could roll over and get extra yards and break tackles. The Darnell Washington might not be as athletic as Rob Gronkowski, but I think he's good enough to be a solid threat in our offense. But I was liking what I was seeing from Pat Freiermuth. I was liking what I was seeing from the way he was playing out there. He looks better this year, last year being banged up and stuff. Also, I love what I'm seeing from, of course, Justin Fields. Justin Fields went out there and just played some amazing football like that. He was out there delivering dimes like crazy. Usually, I think last year they was talking about Justin Fields' accuracy, saying it was a struggle, and you can kind of see he's been working on that. I remember been seeing a lot of clips this season ever since he got traded to the Steelers. Seen a lot of clips of him working on it, working on his timing, working on his accuracy with some of the players and stuff, doing his own workouts. And now with the team, looking very good. You look at the Van Jefferson touchdown he threw. Well, not touchdown, but the pass he threw to Van Jefferson in training camp today, 46-yard pass, a beautiful ball like that, set right there, delivered it. We see some plays where he was getting in pursuit, and then he kind of broke off things and got around and still delivered throws and stuff and made some things happen. Justin Fields is going to be the franchise quarterback. I think Justin Fields had potential to be that guy, and the Steelers are going to kind of ease him into things. He had opportunity of being a starter, being a franchise guy with the Bears. Of course, it didn't work out well, but it's also good for experience purposes, because he can sit now and learn from a guy like Russell Wilson, who was actually out most of practice today because he had a calf strain. But he can learn from a guy like Russell Wilson, sit behind him and learn some things. But Justin Fields is delivering that ball very well, very nicely on the money to Pat Freiermuth, to Van Jefferson, to George Pickens. Remember the George Pickens on the catch he made too as well. We're going to be seeing a lot of that in the future coming times with the Steelers. So it was great to kind of see Justin Fields, the improvement of his accuracy and his timing. That's only been his only knack, because he has the ability to be athletic. He rushed for 1,000 yards before. And there's a lot of speculations about will he be used in different packages. Maybe when the Steelers have certain lineups, certain distance for the first down, maybe 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, or at the goal line, they might say we want Russ to take that hit. Maybe put Justin Fields out there in the center, let him do a read option, let him do a QB sneak. He might be utilized in that sense, in the sense kind of like a Joe Flacco and Lamar Jackson. Remember Lamar Jackson rookie season, how Lamar Jackson was utilized. They put him out there in different bursts of things, kind of confuse the defense a little bit and use his athleticism. Justin Fields rushed for 1,000 yards before, but I think he's meant to be a quarterback. He's not going to be lined up as a receiver and lining up as a kick returner and punt returner, all that crazy nonsense they had going on at first. But he's going to be used as a quarterback. So they might put him on the center maybe occasionally to make the defense up a little bit and confuse some defenses. But I'm actually love what I saw from Justin Fields. His accuracy looks amazing. He looks amazing out there, and hey, hopefully he can continue this work. I also like what I saw from Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin was another guy too who was out there just playing pretty nicely. You know, he kind of showing you that he a little more healthier now. He looks healthier coming into this season, because you know last year he had a lot of potential. A lot of potential for Calvin Austin. We was hoping that he become like that guy. Like, okay, Calvin Austin's going to be that second guy. Take top of the defense, use that speed, use his quickness and shiftiness. But he kind of got the injury, got banged up. The Raiders game was the game he had the big touchdown catch, and after that, he kind of fell off a little bit. But I think entering the training camp today, we've seen Calvin Austin get some reps, do some things like that, you know, showing his quickness, showing that he's healthy. But they also had a little video on him too as well, like talking about his preparation for this. He said he's preparing. He said Super Bowl year. You know, a lot of the players been saying that a lot. You know, Super Bowl year. Now I'm not saying we go to Super Bowl, of course, but the mentality of the players having that, like, hey, Super Bowl year, we're going there looking to try to like make something happen. You know, we've been making the playoffs the past few years. Made the playoffs last year, fell a little short in the playoffs the first round, but made the playoffs the year. I think not last year, but the year before that last, when Big Ben was there, made the playoff that time. You know, fell a little short. I don't think we won a playoff game since what, it was the Chiefs one. I think it was 2016, 2017. It's been quite some time. They are like 14, 15 years old. I'm like 22 now. So it's been a while since the Steelers won a playoff game. But I feel like now with the quarterback play being better, and they kind of have a sense, you know, like things being changed. The things we've been kind of nagging about, hoping to get better, have been changed. Added a real offensive coordinator. You add real deal quarterbacks to your lineup, and you got these pieces added. You're like, okay, we got the defense for it. We got the coaching for it. We got the quarterback we hope for it too as well. So we're going to see if we can pair everything together and go out there and try to make something happen. So I've been liking the utilization of the word that, hey, let's go out there and make this a Super Bowl year. So Calvin Austin looked pretty solid out there. But Payton Wilson is a guy who looks real good out there too. I've seen the little play he had where he was pursuing in and is going at the team. They're doing 11-11 drills, and he went out there and just came in there like fast paced, and that's kind of like athleticism you can get from him, because he's like a player who's kind of similar to a Patrick Queen play style a little bit, being able to get on the sideline and being able to cover guys as well. Like that can put him in a nickel package and then different things like that. So you can kind of run your two linebacker set. Be like, okay, we got two linebackers who can cover. We're not afraid of anything. Kind of like the 49ers do a little bit. 49ers have the linebackers who can cover people all over the place. Fred Warner and those guys and stuff. So have a linebacker in Payton Wilson who can get on the sideline, who can pursue it in, who's not afraid to hit. Might not be the biggest guy, of course, out there, but he still can get downhill and make some plays happen, and athletic enough to keep up. If he ran a 4.4, athletic enough to keep up with some of those receivers in the slot, those tight ends as well too. So I think having him paired with Patrick Queen will be nice, and Landon Roberts bring you versatility as well. He might not be the cover guy, but he's a guy who's a thumper. He can get downhill and bring the hit, bring the punishment to the team like that. So we're going to be seeing a lot more Blitzburg, I think, this year. If we have the personnel to cover like that, we ain't got to kind of like play safe and play that conservative style defense we've been playing for the past few years. I think now with these guys we have, we're able to see like, okay, these guys right here can lock in, they can cover, they can do some stuff well. So hey, we're going to be able to do our old style stuff and send blitzes in from the slot position, send blitzes in from the backers, like in the middle, maybe safety blitzes, do all type of stuff, how to get to that old Steeler football when we were just playing tough football. Legal football, but tough football. But Cameron Benning was a name that was discussed too as well. So they asked Coach Tomlin about Cameron Benning, what he expect for this season, and he said big things. Now Benning last year played pretty solidly for a rookie like that. He kind of had a bigger role a little bit, because remember Cam Hayward went down, a lot of guys going down, Larry Ogunjobi, those guys was going down, so he kind of had more reps than usual and more time to play than usual, and he went out there and used that time wisely. You know, he used that time wisely, went out there and played hard and made some plays too in the middle. I expect him to be even better this season as well, because like once your first year, to play on the D-line is hard. So once your first year is kind of out the way, you kind of get the sense of how things go. You kind of get into the groove a little bit more and kind of get like the rhythm and stuff going. So today's training camp was just nice to see guys getting out there fresh and ready. Najee Harris, I think poised for a big year as well. It was discussing Najee. They were kind of discussing Najee on like his contract a little bit. You know, yesterday they talked about that. They said he was disappointed by his fifth year declining option and stuff. But they also discussed some things like how Arthur Smith plan on using Najee Harris like this season. You know, Najee Harris, former Alabama running back. You know, not the same as Derrick Henry in a sense of like the speed, but the play style is similar. You know, getting downhill like that. I think Najee a little more athletic than Derrick Henry in the sense of like being able to line up as a receiver and do stuff like that. But you know, Derrick Henry's a bigger specimen, and it's faster too as well. So I feel like kind of on par with like their play styles, a little similar in the sense. So I think Arthur Smith could utilize him in the sense of like Derrick Henry, like that. And especially with Jalen Warren at the back too, a guy who can be a relief for you as well. Be like, okay, we can put him in certain spots, and keep those guys very fresh. So it's been very good to see all those players go out there and just, you know, shine out there in training camp. Ryan Shazier was there. I did not know Ryan Shazier was hired as an intern for coaching a little bit for the team. So that's very cool. Ryan Shazier out there. I know he usually be around the team, but I know he was a coaching intern. So having him out there, helping some of those linebackers, running some of those drills and stuff was cool to see. And just having knowledge, because he was a guy who was on par to be like very, very good. You know, he was like a 2 or 3 time Pro Bowler before he got injured, on par to being an All-Pro and stuff like that, making plays like he was getting to the next level of being like one of the best. And then that crazy injury happened to his spine. That was against the Bengals. We played the Bengals like that. There was a lot of hits that happened in that Bengals game. I think because Taylor Brown got hit in the head. I remember that one time when I think Georgia Loca came in there and hit him in the head too. So that game right there was just very crazy and dreadful game. But Shazier, to see him out there walking well and being a part of the team organization of Steel and coaching and stuff, cool to see like that. So I think this year just feels different. You know, last year, I mentioned before to you guys, you know how like I seen some of my old videos from last year. I see like how like I was like kind of like forcing myself to be like, yeah, I hope things go right. I hope things are good and stuff. But this year I feel actually confident in the team. I feel like the team actually can go out there and make some big things happen and actually be a team that can compete. Because I feel like the personnel we have on our team, the quarterback play, and the new coaching that we got around as well is going to help the team out a lot. So we're going to see what happens. But that's all I got for the video today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.